Okay, so it's new comic book day, and like most new comic book days where I don't have to work, I stop off at Chipotle. So I'm just walking out of Chipotle. I've already bought my comics, and it's a nice enough day, so I'm just going to walk home. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Hey everybody, my name's Ed. Okay, so new comics today. One thing is I actually showed this comic book off as one of the things I bought in my most recent video, and I finally got a chance to read it, and I really want to talk about it. But in order to talk about it, I have to kind of spoil some things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the comics I bought today, and then at the end of the video, we'll talk about Shaft number 4, Imitation of Life, a little bit more detail. Okay, so here's the comics I got. This time I've got Natural Ice, so I'm back to the kind of cheap, low alcohol beer for this for today. But okay, so the comics I got here, I got Spider-Woman number 7. This one is written by Dennis Hopeless, and the art is by Jolene Jones. Number 8 is out this week, but I wasn't able to get number 7 last month, so I'm a little bit behind, but I got that. Jupiter Circle Volume 2, number 6, Mark Millar and Wilfredo Torres. And yeah, Wilfredo Torres. I was flipping through this in the store, and I kind of flipped to the end. The end looks like it's kind of cliched. I don't know. I'll have to read it, but we got that. Moon Knight number 3, Jeff Lemire, and the art is by Greg Smallwood. I think I mentioned before, really fun, really fascinating comic book. Just I'm digging the art. I'm digging the crazy back and forth with the storytelling and everything. So yeah. Let's see here. Okay, Avengers, all new, all different. Avengers number 10 by Mark Waid, and the artist for this issue is Mahmoud Asur. Yeah, I just think it's a fun, well, I've said it before, I just think it's a fun, solid, kind of old-fashioned comic. It's kind of weird because people are like, what is the main Avengers comic? You know, but the thing is, this is the main Avengers comic, and they actually have all the big characters in this comic. You've got Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Spider-Man, except that some of those characters are the legacy versions of those characters, but they are those characters nonetheless. Power Lines number 3 by Jimmy Robinson. I think I did a separate video regarding this comic in Strange Fruit, talking about kind of some of the racial issues and things like that that the story kind of brings up. But yeah, we'll see how this goes. Paper Girls number 6 by Brian Vaughn and Cliff Chang. Really looking forward to reading this. Basically about girls in the 80s investigating a weird monster alien horror type thing. Stray Bullets number 15 by David Lapham. More crazy true crime hijinks. Well, I wouldn't call them true crime, but just crazy crime hijinks. And I also got Last Gang in Town number 6. This is the last issue of a 6-issue miniseries. Just a crazy underground comics style story about punk rock back in the late 70s. So yeah. Okay, so Shaft Imitation of Life, part 4 of 4. It was a really satisfying conclusion to the 4-part story. Basically, just to set up the plot, the premise is Shaft takes a job to find a kid. He's a little bit apprehensive about taking it at first, because the kid is kind of gay. It is a period piece, so it's set in the early 70s. So of course people aren't as open as they are these days. And he takes the case and he, runs leads, kind of gains a sort of a little sidekick who's kind of helping him out. At the same time, he's hired to be a consultant in a black exploitation movie. So you kind of have things where he's dealing with the people who are making the movie. There's a case he's working on, and then there's complications from, like I said, the movie people and whatnot. So it's really interesting. I thought that was pretty interesting was the whole kind of sort of meta commentary that were going on. One hand, the actual title's Imitation of Life. It kind of goes back to this old Douglas Sirk movie, which I think was a remake of an old 30s movie, but it was all about, passing and things like that. You've got the cover here, which is kind of a recreation of 60s and 70s kind of pulp detection, action adventure type novels. I mean, look at this. I've got this here. The format is, pretty much exactly the same. And here, of course, you've got the kind of fake kind of tape here, taping up the kind of rips in the corner. And it's kind of, you can't see it on here, but there's fake wrinkles here. That's not an actual wrinkle on the page. It just looks like it's wrinkled, which is part of the production process. I thought that was pretty interesting was the whole kind of sort of meta commentary that were going on. One hand, the actual title's Imitation of Life. It kind of goes back to this old Douglas Sirk movie, which I think was a remake of an old 30s movie, but it was all about, passing and things like that. You've got the cover here, which is kind of a recreation of 60s and 70s kind of pulp detection, action adventure type novels. I mean, look at this. I've got this here. The format is, pretty much exactly the same. And here, of course, you've got the kind of fake kind of tape here, taping up the kind of rips in the corner. And it's kind of, you can't see it on here, but there's fake wrinkles here. That's not an actual wrinkle on the page. It just looks like it's wrinkled, which is part of the production process. Actual story, you've got Shaft going on about this whole monologue, does life imitate art? Does art imitate life? There's a reference of all people to Oscar Wilde of all things. And yeah, it's just crazy. Like I said, you've got, look, Ali Frazier. It is a period piece. Shaft's in this warehouse where the mob guys are shooting the porno movies. There's references to snuff films in here. Of course, you got your cool, badass action stuff going on. And then here, I thought this stuff here was interesting. Check this out. This is pretty much the movie poster for Taxi Driver. And this here, I don't know how many people are going to agree with me, but this is, of course, the missing kid, and this is Shaft's sidekick, more or less, or at least for this adventure. And that's kind of, they're on the bus heading home, and that's kind of, I don't know if anybody else is going to agree with this, but it kind of reminds me of the last scene of Midnight Cowboy. Remember, this would be Dustin Hoffman, and this would be Jon Voight. And then, of course, they actually make the exploitation film. And then here you see in the background, Shaft is the black dick, and this is basically a reworking, a Photoshop version of the real life Shaft movie poster. So yeah, I got a real big bang out of it, so I just wanted to talk about that a little bit. Okay, so I guess that is it. I gotta thank everybody for watching, and you guys all have a good day.